this year's nominees. As we introduce each nominee, please join us in celebrating all of their achievements. Nominees, please come forward when we call your name. Our first nominee this evening, Teresa Angelo, Principal, Vice President, In-House Graphic.
Is Francis Barberi, Education Director, Associate Director, Seneca Falls Historical Society. Unfortunately, Francis is not able to be here with us tonight.
Florence Hoyt, Community Activist, Leader, and Volunteer.
Molly Mahoney Thurston. Assistant Vice President, First Niagara Bank.
Lara Chatel Turbide, Vice President, Community Services,
Elizabeth Wyatrowski. Seneca County Educator, Coordinator, Council on Alcoholism and Addictions of the Finger Lakes
This
Incorporated.
year's Athena Geneva Award recipient epitomizes the tenets of the Athena model. She is very committed to the community and has paved the way for other women, leading by her example. Her boss describes her as a, quote, terrific role model for other women managers, since she successfully balances a demanding professional life with her family responsibilities and her extensive community involvement. She's a thoughtful, committed, hands-on leader who treats her staff as individuals who deserve personal fulfillment, helping them achieve their goals through mentorship and coaching. She's been an out-of-the-box thinker from the beginning when it comes to making our community a better place. As the architect of the Celebrate Service, Celebrate Geneva Day of Service, she and her team introduced the concept of public service and civic engagement to the students while weaving their involvement into the community. 14 years later, it is surely a tribute to her efforts that this event is still going strong. She's been particularly focused on youth development through her involvement and leadership with America's Promise, Success for Geneva's Children, the Boys and Girls Club of Geneva, and various youth development programs. Her community contributions do not stop there. Through the years, she has served as co-chair of the March of Dimes Block America event and as board member for the Finger Lakes Regional Arts Council and for the Smith Opera House. She's left a permanent imprint on our community. She is a mother, a wife, a daughter, and a leader in every sense of the word. Please join me in congratulating the 2008 Athena Geneva recipient, Lara Chatel Turbide.
In one word, stunned. I guess I'll start there. I'm in extreme gratitude, and I want to thanks to Kelly and to Nancy and the entire Athena committee, the Geneva Area Chamber, Rob and Jessica, Belinda, Shannon, Amy, and the staff. We know that doing events like this and making them so memorable and meaningful and making such a meaningful Athena journey, not just about the night, but the journey itself, is a lot of work, and we really thank you. My whole family has had a ball. Tonight, really, I guess I'll just say, and I promise I'll be briefer than the insert. I swear to you. I swear. Tonight is for my daughter, Sophia, and I want her to know that always doing what you love and know to be right will bring you really into the light of the company of other people, those people who you hope to emulate, surrounding yourself with people who ultimately will inspire you and challenge you to be the kind of person you were intended to become. She started middle school this year, so there's, as you can imagine, no better time for this life lesson. It's also for all the other little girls. Anjali and Kavita are out there, my other girls in my life, for whom I love so much and always wish the same. To be in the company of my fellow nominees, Teresa, Francis, Flo, Molly, and Elizabeth. Amazing, amazing women who've accomplished so much given so generously of themselves and truly changed our community in so many ways that we heard about tonight. This is clearly proof of this lesson that I'm hoping we'll all take away, and also really a distinct honor. I think just more importantly, I feel like leadership is about connections and interdependence, and I think of it as like a web that gains strength from all the points of connection. And I keep thinking, I look around this room and connections are really powerful, and I think of about a piece of rope that's always stronger than the individual strands. And strongest yet is that web that we create from the ropes and those points of intersection. I'll just say I fell in love with the day we came to Geneva and moved here in 1993. And like any love at first sight, at first I could not put my finger on why. What is it about this place? And then I realized it wasn't that initial spark that everybody feels in Geneva, but it was the promise that was held of this community. You could feel the promise from the moment you moved here. And I think Geneva is completely about connections and interdependence and intersection, and so many people being wedded and committed to this. And if you go to Wegmans even once, you figure that out. Go Wegmans and Tops too, and everybody else sells groceries in town. My professional life is centered around Finger Lakes Health, which is a community-owned not-for-profit health system that provides services for all. And unlike for-profits, we provide services to everyone, to the entire community, regardless of their ability to pay. So regardless of the individual's ability to pay, we provide those services, and we describe that as a safety net, a critical safety net for our community. And so I think of the community and sort of the concept of a safety net as sort of multifaceted. And that brings to mind the safety net. You think about a safety net, I kept thinking that conjures up this image of circus, which is kind of like my home life, but not so much my work life. But in essence, when you think about that tightrope and the circus, I think the spotlight, while it sometimes shines on individuals, tonight I suggest that we reflect not just on the individuals, and as I've mentioned, so many amazing women here, but also focus on the net. And the net, I think, is really the star of the show. And you are all that net. What is your possession in that net, the matrix of interconnectedness that gives us all safety and strength? Are you somebody's parent, somebody's grandparent, a teacher or a mentor? You're all generous and you financially support causes you believe in, hopefully like our new community center. You, when linked with others that do the same, create a safety net for all of us. Are you someone's supervisor who pushed them to grow and caught them when they fell so that they could have the confidence to go further along the tightrope the next time? Are you the architect of a community playground, a much-needed community program, or a good listener who transforms lives one at a time? Finally, I hope you'll just indulge me while I recognize a few people who are among the many sort of critical, what I call the knots in my net. You heard a little bit about Sophia, my daughter, who grounds me with her pure heart, intelligence, and sparkle. Gerard, my husband, who brings me balance on that net in every sense of the word. My mother, who believes in me and taught me to climb as high as my heart would allow with no limits. Friends and family like my grandparents who are here tonight, my favorite cousin, Erica, and another show of support and a lifetime of those kinds of gestures. Ian Shuley for the nomination and for herself modeling the values and the virtues of Athena. Coming from her, the nomination meant that much more and was more meaningful. To my staff at the health system, which is a small but tight-knit group, we say we're small but mighty. My staff they're like a trampoline. They're both a safety net and a force of propulsion. And so many mentors and colleagues, Jim Dooley, Diane Ewing at the health system, former Hobart Dean Richard Grassi, who brought me to Geneva, and frankly, all of you tonight who give testament to the thousands and thousands of knots in this community that create this beautiful web we call Geneva. Thank you all for an amazing evening and an amazing lifetime here in this community.